welcome to another rock album review show from the team that is Musical People and Journeys. We're on a journey, 378 albums and 8 albums that this panel are reviewing this month. We are today reviewing One Step Closer and All You Embrace. And obviously to say welcome to my wonderful panel, to Simon, to William, to Ian, to Chris, and to Trish, of course. One Step Closer is an American straight-edge melodic hardcore rock band from Wilkins-Barre, Pennsylvania. The band is currently signed to Run to Cover Records. The band was one of Stereo Gum's bands to watch. The band's debut album, This Place You Know, released in 2021 to positive reviews. Brooklyn Vegan calls them one of the most exciting new bands in hardcore, and critics have categorized the band as melodic hardcore. Upset Magazine writer Rob McNair described their music as merging classic DC emo with youth crew passion and the late 90s melodic hardcore approachability to create a sound inspired by hardcore's past, but beholden to no single scene. The band often make use of elements of indie rock, post-hardcore and shoegaze. They're currently cited influences such as Turning Point, Inside Out, Title Fight, Blink-182, Green Day, Have Heart, Bane and Mineral. So, let's start then with somebody that we always want to embrace, always. And he's somebody that all of us want to embrace, because we do all know that he is the greatest hugger that the world has ever seen. The world has ever seen. And until you meet him in person and get a Chris Cully hug, you'll know what we mean. So, embrace us with your dulcet tones, Chris, in terms of what you feel about this album.
Oh, bless you. All You Embrace, I hadn't heard before, which, in fairness, this is only their second album. It's not like I've been missing a huge back catalogue that I need to go back and look at again. In terms of, as Nigel said, if you like things like Sum 41, some bits of Green Day in there, there's influences from all over the place. I think AFI is one that doesn't get mentioned enough. Some of AFI that bleeds across into this so well. It's a really energetic mix. I really enjoyed it. They've got some stuff in there. They've got a horn section in one of the songs. There's pianos. There's a whole load of stuff that is just kind of it's combining a whole load of different influences and fusing together really well. Ish. Having said all of that, it still doesn't really stand out from the rest of what the same sort of bands are doing at the moment. So everyone's trying to come up with something new, something that's catchy and something that's going to be unique to them. The downside to that being nobody's really being unique at the moment. It's kind of like, there's a thing about change happening all the time. It means that I can't remember what the phrase is now. It's gone out of my head. But yes, I enjoyed it as an album. But to stand out from everything else, to mean that, All You Embrace is someone I'm going to listen to and be able to say, this is why I like them so much. That's kind of the problem for me. I can't put the finger on what I like about it so much that I can say, this is why you need to listen to it. But I will definitely be listening again. So, yeah, that helps.
Something we always want to listen to again, of course. Trish, let's find out. What did you think of One Step Closer? Were you one step closer to All You Embrace?
Well, for me, the opening track was a bit weak to engage me. But as the album went on, I listened. As I listened, I really liked it, especially with the tracks like The Gate. Musically, it reminded me of the US band Soul Switch a touch. This album needs to be played loud to appreciate it. The album is punchy with guitar riffs, drums beating, and a bit of screamo harmonised with softer vocals.
Talking about harmonising with softer vocals, Ian, I can be nice, Ian.
Yeah. I am going to be nice. I'm going to be very nice. I agree with Chris. I really enjoyed the various elements of this. I thought the production on this was really good. Thought there was some great blending, really good. It was just, it was a real journey on one side. The other side, yeah, there's a screamo, there's the side of it I'm not hugely keen of. The other thing that I thought was a bit detracted from the album was some of the songs, or some of the tracks, sorry, were a bit too short. And it was like, you really get into that, and suddenly it finishes. Like, some of them are like only like a couple of minutes long, 2.5 minutes long, and it was just, I guess, you know, leaving wanting more. And I kind of wanted more, but I didn't want any more of the screamo side of it. So I enjoyed it, and I disliked it in equal measure. I think this month's been quite challenging in terms of the genre for me.
You could say that about Simon. You liked it, you didn't like it. You know, seems quite a theme going on here. Simon, have you heard of this band before? Obviously, maybe not. They're on their second album, but what did you think?
Turns out I do know this band,
Whoa!
but only for one song. I knew the one song, I Feel So, which I think I got through Spotify Discovery. So yeah, it turns out apparently I do know this band. But yeah, so this album, I generally really enjoyed it. That sort of heavier post-emo style, it kind of sits quite well with me. And I really like it when men give voice to my thoughts by yelling angry lyrics about life. The drum work is fantastic throughout. I really like the drums in this. The guitar's got some cool riffs, and as Chris was saying, like I kind of liked like the horn bit, and there's the piano on Blur My Memory. Like, I don't know, it kind of mixed things up a bit. I quite liked it. The vocals are a tad screamy at times, even for me, but it goes with the style, and I think it does work beautifully with the clean vocals. I think they kind of blend quite well. Where the album for me let me down was just in the variety, because reviewing it as a whole piece, it did seem a little repetitive in its sounds, and again, like the short run times on the tracks was a detracting point for me as well, because like I said, you sort of really get into it and then it's done. And none of this is enough to make it a bad album. It's just enough to keep it just from reaching being amazing. It's the kind of album I love. I'd really enjoy listening to as I'm sort of like driving across the seafront at sunset. It's that kind of really nice sort of vibey album. But yeah, I'd kind of like to see them live, and I felt like the energy in the crowd would be really cool for this kind of album.
Talking about energy in the crowd, as he's just finished his little yawn there, but normally he's energetic, he's passionate. William!
Yep, me, energy. I love it. That's me. So yeah, I mean, mainly echoing especially what Simon said. My biggest complaint is a lot of the songs are just very samey. So you'll be listening to it, you'll get about 5 songs in, you'll look at it, it's like, oh, I can tell the songs have changed. Well, I'm a lot further than I thought I was in this album. It's all very samey. But saying that, the samey that it is still very good and very enjoyable to listen to. But it doesn't really have enough substance to make you want to come back and listen to the album as an entirety. It needed a few more, maybe the odd longer song that had pardon me, that had different sound, trying something different in it. But I mean, fair dues to them. They found a sound that they like and works for them, and they've, in my opinion, made something really solid with that. But it's just, it could do something else there for me. I can't really tell what it needs, but it's something to break up the sameness of each song there. But enjoyable, nice time.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that it's very angry, it's very edgy, maybe on at times too edgy for me. Solid album though. My favourite track was So Far From Me, and actually it's one of my favourite tracks of the month as well. But and so I wanted to. I think that for me that it got too edgy, but actually the shorter tracks worked for me because of that edginess, because it wasn't overbearing and wasn't like I didn't want to switch it off, because it was sharp, it was quick, it was bang, and it was over really when it got to that kind of screamo. So it wasn't overbearing, and so I could kind of carry on listening to it. And melodically and musically, some of the stuff and the playing, your guitars and stuff were outstanding. Absolute standing, but just a bit too angry and a little bit too edgy for me, but not enough for me to totally turn off as well. So solidly good effort, really good album. be kind of interesting to see that sound and how they kind of develop it from that side of things as well. So, what did it score? What did it score? Will it get more than 4? Will it get into our Hall of Fame? Where will it sit in our overall albums that we reviewed? 378 albums in total. Let's find out. Chris, what did you give it?
So in the end, it was a 3.5 for me.
Yeah, I also give it a 3.5. Trish?
3.5.
Ian?
3.5.
Simon?
Me too. 3.5.
Will it be for first time ever? William, what did you give it?
3.
Yeah, you bugger.
Oh, God. Leave it to Will to mess it up.
There's
Hey, man, they
always
should have made a
one.
better album, shouldn't they?
Right. Oh, I was looking at
Will,
that.
one job.
I was
One
chuckling.
job.
We've never had it. We've never done. We've never had a perfect score. We've never had it where everybody's giving it the same score. But its average is 3.5, which is
Because you dropped the lowest score, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
So we can forget about
We
Will.
can forget
and
Will's
it's
score.
unanimous.
We can forget Will's score doesn't count, so it's all a 3.5. So his average is 3.5. It's top 28th album of the year so far, and 145th out of 300, nearly 400 albums now. So pretty solid score. Really good solid album, and I think if you like that kind of combo, I think you're going to really love this. And I really love my crew, so I just want to say thank you very much to Trish, to Ian, to Simon, to William, and to Chris, and keep on tuning. If you enjoy the show, people, please hit the like and subscribe button. Every little bit helps for us, and we are egotistical. We like to see how many views we get. But anyway, thank you very much for now. Goodbye, everybody. Keep on rocking.
Bye.
Bye all.
Goodbye.